name is Harold O'Reilly, and I was the ship manager on duty during September 11th, 2001. I reported for work. It was a very normal day. It was my 50th birthday. The only thought I had when I went to work that morning was, oh no, what am I going to throw easy when I come home? Because usually on a 50th birthday, they always have a party or something. You know, with banners stuck up on the street. And as it turned out, that was the least of my worries that day.
American 945. Affirmative, copy that.
It was a quiet morning, routine morning. Normally the arrival sector where I work, we would have 2, maybe 3 people seen at that time of day. Or
dramatic pictures of an accident that has happened just a short time ago. You're looking at the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan, where just a few minutes ago we're told that some reports are that it was a small commuter plane crashing at the upper floors of one of the Twin Towers.
I was just sitting in the office, and one of the controllers came in.
Harold, what's going on?
Oh, wait a second. So we went to the TV room, and I'm watching a replay of the first aircraft, and as I'm watching and when we saw the second aircraft, I think everybody in the room said, this is not an accident.
Alrighty. It's time for that. It's time. 24 years later, I like it.
And he had a strange look on his face.
Just looks like Twin Towers in New York.
Small aircraft?
They don't know.
And he was talking about airplane hitting the building in New York.
It's gonna be a big mess in New York City today.
He was pale, and you could tell that he was in shock. He looked like he was in shock.
Huge crowd here, as usual. Huge crowd.
These are missiles. We have 400 or 500 coming.
Canada Airport was originally a refueling stop and an overnight stop. Particularly during the Second World War, it was very important to allow aircraft to get from North America to the European continent. The airport itself is very large. At one time we had a runway on the airport that was 1,000 feet wide. A normal runway today is 200 feet wide. And at the time, we had a runway that was 10,500 feet long. And Gander at one point was actually an alternate landing site for the space shuttle.
Gander Air Traffic Center controls halfway across the oceanic to 30 degrees west longitude.
British Airways 1503.
And the flights coming out of Europe, they all converge over Newfoundland. We're on the narrow end of a funnel.
So most of these aircraft that we're talking about are wide-body jets.
I'll tell ya. Cheer. Who's here?
And we are the first to receive
Pow.
and
and fly them and send them on their way to their different destinations. The altitude restriction here is 29,000 feet and above, and that's where all these aircraft transition en route back and forth to North America.
Yo. Oh, Ty. What's going on? Shit. Call that.
As the National Operations Manager. The next event that occurred was the report of American 77 striking the Pentagon.
We're looking at live pictures of the Pentagon.
What's up? How's everyone doing? Pow. What's going on? Shit.
That he heard an explosion.
It's crazy. 24 years later. Seems like yesterday, huh? I was in like I was in the 3rd grade when it happened.
There's nothing else. We had to get control of the airspace, we had to get control of the sky. As far as we know, there could have been 100 aircraft like this. And
Oh, Ty. What's up, children? Old as
my staff and I discussed endlessly whether or not the military would shoot down American flag carrier carrying American passengers on American soil. I did not think it was possible. Vice President Cheney did give an order to engage aircraft after the last
old as you got 2 legs.
It is chaos. This has never happened. This has never been planned for. There was no training for the controllers prior to this, ever to anticipate this happening. There's no room for error. We make a mistake, bad things happen.
I went back to the office because I figured that there was something going on, and I was not there very long when I got the
Yeah, like you're getting sucked into this, huh? Oh, Ty. I think you don't get this 9/11 documentary. I think it's about 4 hours. I don't know. It's 4 hours long.
After reiterating it 2 or 3 times, finally I had to accept that it wasn't New York airspace, it was complete American airspace. So,
Harlan got the word that U.S. airspace had been closed. And he told us about it.
How's everyone doing? Crazy world out there. Crazy. America's getting crazy too. You know, it's getting crazy out there.
it can't be.
Oh, Ty. Gotta be careful. Old as it. They call that.
No, it's happy.
Yeah. We call that. Who's here? No one.
Get ready.
Don, that's, Wade, that's on top.
All of a sudden, it's like, you have this enormous task right on your doorstep. You have to go with it. You can't turn around and go home.
So we said, okay, guys, let's get to work.
Harlan walked down and looked at me and looked like he was still formulating the plan in his head. And he was like, I can't believe I gotta do this sort of thing. And he tells me, "We're gonna land these guys." You think we're gonna land all these guys? These aircraft have
Alrighty.
Steve, no, Mountain, St. John's. Just keep moving to the big city. We're gonna land these guys.
Call that. That's big. Damn right.
a subject of a terrorist attack, and that air traffic controller were bringing aircraft into the community knowing that there was a threat of terrorism on these aircraft. That was certainly a concern. We're a very small population, and you don't point the aircraft towards heavily congested, heavily populated areas. You send them to places where there's, if the worst possible thing happened, at least the damage is minimized. That probably doesn't provide much comfort to the people who live here to understand that, but I mean, that's a reality that does exist.
We're setting up arrival profiles, Mitch Gander, St. John's, Stephenville, Halifax, and London. There was no favoring airline going anywhere. Whatever the logistics worked out.
How they doing? Oh, Ty. 24 years later. Isn't that wild? I think time flies, doesn't it?
Voice contact with the aircraft in domestic airspace, and I had to deliver that message to each and every one. So how am I going to explain this to these guys? And are they going to believe me? Are they going to think that I've lost my mind? It was pretty scary.
We were just about halfway across the Atlantic when I was handed a little ACARS message that comes across via satellite. We could print out messages from the company, and they had sent us a message, which I've saved in my documentation of the flight. Message from Chicago Dispatch. 2 planes have hit the Trade Center in New York City. This is hijacking. Others may be in progress. That simple. Once we realized that there were airplanes involved in a violent act, then you had to make some assumptions. How extensive is this? How safe is my airplane? Top gravity crash acts. Take whatever means you deem necessary, and I'll explain it later. No one is coming through that door. If anyone does, you use it. Understood? Understood. Nobody is going to get past you.
No time.
I was carrying weapons at that time. So I thought, let's do what we can do. Let's use the resources we have on the airplane to take care of ourselves. We might have even talked about using a fire extinguisher if we had to. Squirt somebody in the face, whatever had to be done, whatever it took.
The pilot came on the intercom and in a very calm but serious voice, he said, folks, there's nothing wrong with this aircraft. He says, however, he says that there's been an incident in the United States and the borders to the United States are closed and we're going to Gander, Newfoundland. My range of imagination was from A to Z. I knew this was very, very serious.
Airframe 004, you will not be entering
Who's here? I'm getting sucked into it. Oh, Ty. You know what's crazy? This lasted 4 hours. 4 hour documentary.
USA. You will not be entering U.S. airspace today. You will be landing in Gander. You don't understand. You have been directed to land. Clear present position, direct St. John's.
We weren't going into Chicago, we weren't going anywhere. And finally, you got through to them, okay, well, I guess we're landing.
On a regular day, these aircraft are used to just transitioning airspace and, very, very structured setup. Now, they're being forced into an airport where they've probably never been before.
The oceanic traffic is typically your big iron, your heavy aircraft, over 300,000 pounds with hundreds of passengers on board, the wide bodies, your big Boeings, your big Airbuses, and Gander's not accustomed to seeing that type of traffic, and certainly not the volume.
American 49, Gander Center, squad code 2401.
Oh, Ty. How's everyone doing?
Go ahead, American 49.
The morning of September 11th, we flew from Paris, France, back to Dallas. It was a beautiful day. We even commented when we were over the North Atlantic what a gorgeous day it was.
As we're crossing the Atlantic, we have one place called Airborne Common. So that would be a means by which aircraft would talk to one another to try to get updates on weather, winds, turbulence, what's happening. It was over the common frequency. We heard somebody chirp up that an airplane hit a tower in New York City.
How's everyone doing? Core lights, best be real fine.
Small airplane.
Hey.
And then about 20 minutes later,
Something came. Came across the radio again that another aircraft.
Oh, Ty, where was everybody here at 9/11? That's a good question. That's a good question for people. For all the wonderful people out there, where were you 24 years ago on 9/11? Huh?
across the North Atlantic.
Where were you?
Are directional
See, Ronnie wants to know.
and
Where were you?
turns around.
You know, I know where I was. I was in the school lunch cafeteria. That's where I was. You know what I mean? I was in third grade. I was still like, cookie, go. Yeah, I don't really know. I remember hearing it on the loudspeaker. I remember being in like in third grade in elementary school on the loudspeaker talking about it. I didn't really know what was going on until I got home.
As soon as I started to pick up the radio, we hear we're common. They're not approving any reversal. And I sat up straight in my seat and began to process. I'm not really worried about what's behind me like a hijacking type scenario. At the moment, I was truly focused on what my end game was, getting this aircraft and people on the ground.
Continental 23 Heavy, Gander approach. Descend and maintain 6,000.
Continental 23 Heavy.
Contact the tower at 128.6.
In 2001, I was working as an air traffic controller at Gander Tower. My job is to get them on the ground safely. I was basically standing here receiving estimates from the guys in the center.
Well, we coordinate closely with the towers on arrivals.
Send to 6,000 feet.
We bring them in 6 to 8 miles from the
Who's here? Who's here? Where were you 24 years ago on 9/11? That's a good question. The Ronnie wants to know. Where were you? Who are you? Yeah, who are you? The Ronnie wants to know who you are. Where were you 24 years ago on 9/11? You know where I was? You want to know where I was? I was in the school lunch cafeteria eating a hamster, maybe probably like a bologna sandwich or something. You know that Carward pizza? Oh, you remember those rubbery chicken nuggets that bounce like a? You took them. Oh, that's where I was. That's where I was 24 years ago. I was probably in the school's cafeteria chucking around chicken nuggets. Because I don't gonna lie, those chicken nuggets, they were like bouncy balls. You remember those? You remember those things? Oh, man. Oh, legit. I remember those times. 24 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I was in the school lunch. I was in third grade. in the school's cafeteria. I hear it on the loudspeaker. I didn't really know what the hell was going on until I got home.
On this guy, on the surface, and that means using that runway, using those taxiways, and a piece of paper became. You don't want anybody stopping on the runway, you don't want anybody stopping on the taxiway after they turn off, because that's gonna clog things up, and there's a line coming.
Oh, that's good. What's up? I've got one comment here.
Watching the aircraft, landing.
Not one. Not one comment. Yeah. Not really too worried about it though. Oh, that.
Parking sign became paramount.
No one was dangerous. Ground would have a designated spot when the aircraft come. That day, because the ground crew didn't know where the aircraft were going, they said,
Number 3. Yeah, fuck me. I'm fucking giving her. I'm freaking giving her. You know? Who's counting? Who's counting? Number 3. Number 3 within, what, 20 minutes? Damn right.
once he got on the ground, he started asking questions. Can you tell us what's going on? And my response was, I can't tell you exactly what's going on, but obviously it's a catastrophic thing.
When we got on the ground, Captain Ballard came over to the PA and announced to us that there had been a terrorist incident in the United States. It involved multiple aircraft and the impact of buildings. And it was a shock. I got pretty angry. Then I started to think, what's our status here? Who's on our plane? Could they be suspects? Could they be tied to these other terrorists? I didn't know.
Once we heard all of the US airspace was closed, we knew that we had to divert somewhere in Canada. So the most likely cities would be Montreal, Toronto, Edmonton, Calgary. We had enough fuel to go to anywhere in Canada.
American 49, I am instructing you to land. Your options are Gander or St. John's.
Hey Beverly, I asked, why don't we continue flying over to Edmonton? We got more than enough fuel to do so, and then once we refuel and they open up airspace again, we can just fly straight south home.
Gander Center, American 49 Heavy.
I asked if we could continue and refile to Edmonton.
Normally, we are going to divert, the captain chooses the divert airport, and that day was quite different.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
Where was everyone here 24 years ago? 9/11. Where were you?
I'll be back in 60 seconds.
Ryan wants to know.
Decision is not made.
So that's a good question for the people. These 3 people here, where were you 24 years ago? You know where I was? I was in the school lunch cafeteria, eating cardboard pizza. You know what's crazy about school lunch cafeteria too? You remember those rubbery chicken nuggets that they had? Yeah, they legit bounce like a bouncy ball. Remember those things? Oh, that's where I was. I didn't even know what was going on. I heard it on the loudspeaker too. I remember actually the principal in elementary school saying on the loudspeaker what was going on. I had no clue. I didn't even know what the hell was going on. It's like,
It was a constant coordination with the tower. You were on the phone to the tower. You were coordinating with the high level side if they're coming out of high level airspace. You have a phone in your hand to St. John's Tower. How many more can you take? Take another 2 or 3. It was a crazy morning.
Yes, you heard correctly, US airspace is closed at this time.
Stanza 416, you are directed to land in Gander. No, you're not listening to me. There's a crisis in New York, and U.S. airspace is closed.
Runway 21 was the runway that all the aircraft that were diverted here landed on. Runway 21 runs this direction down there. Everybody landed going this direction, made a right turn on taxiway off at almost almost to the end of runway 21 and then back up towards the main apron.
Our biggest concern with runway 21 is the fact that at the end of the runway.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing out there, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're doing good. Yeah, man.
First turnoff.
It's getting scary out there. Careful.
They need to clear that runway as soon as possible and keep that aircraft moving along the taxiway because there's your plane coming right down behind you.
We're spacing the aircraft to give us sufficient time to get them slowed down, get them off the runway before the next aircraft was final. And in this particular case, I guess somebody was a little bit slower.
Who's the one person here? Do you remember 9/11? Who's here? Well, because once I start talking to the screen, people leave. Do you remember? Anyone? Who's two people here? Do you remember 9/11? Are you from America? I guess not. Oh my God! It's people are wild. What's wrong with you? Get out of me! They were like, Ryan, what the hell's wrong with you? No, I'm a perfect. I'm the most perfect person you're ever gonna see in Thailand. 100% perfect. Nothing wrong with Ryan. Oh no, I ain't perfect at all. Oh, no, nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? Say you were a gajillionaire. Even gajillionaires got problems. You know what I mean? No one's perfect.
There was apprehension in some of their voices. They wanted to get on the ground as quick as they could. They didn't know there was more terrorist activity going to happen on their airplanes.
The electronics didn't keep up to the level of traffic that we had. Lieutenant's at 446, estimating 0.4. So we were doing a lot of voice coordination. The old school of just verbal estimates on which aircraft was where, who was following who, the cooperation of the tower controller and the controllers in Gander Center kept everything straight. So that we knew which aircraft was which, in the sequence they were for the arrivals. This day was intense.
And in Gander, you see instruction to turn right. Air France 004, I don't have time to chat right now. Go ahead, American coordinator.
When I finally plugged Gander into the computer, I realized that I was gonna be 7,000 pounds over my max landing weight.
The aircraft that were not destined for Canada, they were going to be overweight before the arrival, and that's not a good situation. You certainly don't want to have an aircraft that's overweight, land on the runway, and then break the landing gear, become disabled on the runway with all this extra fuel. They had to get down to their landing weight. One way to do that is to dump fuel. This is not something the controller deals with on a regular basis.
Harold, got a 777 needs to do a fuel dump. Stand by, we'll get back to you.
Typically what happens is the aircraft is put over an isolated area that needs to be high enough to where the fuel will evaporate before it reaches the ground. And they also need to isolate that aircraft and ensure that no other aircraft are going to be transversing the airspace beneath it with at least 2,000 feet.
You have to be careful as to how you're maneuvering your airplane.
All right, who's the one person here? I was like, Ryan, look at these. What's going on? Oh, that's good. Who's the one person here? Where were you 24 years ago on 9/11? Where were you? Huh? Who's the two people here? Where were you 24 years ago? The Ronnie wants to know. Where were you? What were you doing? You know what I was doing? I think I was trying to eat a cardboard pizza in third grade in elementary school. That's what the Ronnie was doing. What were you doing? Actually, you know what's crazy? I remember hearing from the principal on the loudspeaker that I talk about the 9/11 whole situation. I didn't really know what was going on until I got home. I didn't really know. I had no clue what the hell was happening until I actually got home and saw the news. Yeah.
Clearing the airspace or making sure that they had a good area to send me to, so they basically just gave me a vector, and that was the heading I stayed on until I jettisoned the 7,000 pounds.
Commence and fuel them now.
It's hot and fuel, it's risky business, explosion, fires, and then you're into a real catastrophic deal. Is that what happened?
As much as it might affect some people, if you get into dump fuel higher altitude you are, it disperses and atomizes before it actually reaches the ground.
Gander Center, American 49 Heavy.
Roger, American 49 Heavy. Fly heading 190.
And once the aircraft gets down to its landing point or below, it will be resequenced to the back of the line and have an attempted approach.
They then vectored me onto a 95-mile final into runway 21 into Gander.
Hey friends, there's your 4 don't have time to chat right now. Decisions had to be made. There was so much information that they had to take in. It was too much for one person at that point.
It's a small town, word gets around. The controllers are off, communities are rolling.
Oh man, so what's going on? Who's the two people here? Where were you 24 years ago? Huh? Where were you? That's a good question, isn't it? Where were you? Who's the three people here? Excuse my burps, ladies and gentlemen. Where were you 24 years ago on 9/11? You know where I was? I was in the school cafeteria. True, that's true. Yeah. School lunch cafeteria. Eating those rubbery chicken nuggets. That cardboard pizza. That's what the Ronnie was doing at that time. You know what I mean? Is anyone here? God damn. No one's here. Guys, I don't really care anyways. Yeah, man. They're gonna be seeing 0 people. No offense to you, YouTube. Your YouTube company. I don't even give a shit. You know that? Do you know that? Yeah, 0 people here. I don't even care. I'm gonna be here anyways, though. I'm still gonna be here. I'm still here, even though they told you there's 0 people here. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah. YouTube's been slacking on this Lucky Short channel. I'll tell you, big time. That's true. I'm shadow banned like a mofo. That is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Cause you can go back to this channel a long time ago. Right now, back at this channel a long time ago, what was it, like a year and a half ago? Well, getting up to 2 years. Let's get to that 2-year mark. I mean, the Ronnie being here every day of my entire life, looking like a hell of a person. I'll tell you, yeah, go back about a year and a half ago. Just creep it up on that 2-year mark. of me being here like every day. Social media, scary too. Cause you don't even know who the hell you're talking to. You know? But yeah. Look at how that turned out for the Ronnie. Yeah. No one even gives a shit about fucking 9/11. What the hell's wrong with people? What the hell's wrong with people? Oh, yesterday was a crazy day too, wasn't it? Yeah, wasn't it? I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not here to talk about politics. I'll tell you that. The Ronnie's not here to talk about politics. This channel is not about talking about politics. But I will say one thing. He had a family at home that loved him like crazy. Think about it. Think about it.
certainly been that many airplanes at this airport, even more, but not wide bodies. And that's what was so unique about it, is we were all wide bodies, all the big guys.
My name is
Yeah, I'm about to be out of here because no one, I haven't even got one comment. No, not one. Hello. Not even hi. Hey, Ronnie. Not even one hello. Not even one peep. Yeah, damn. What the hell's wrong with you? Everyone's like, what the hell's wrong with you? You're on social media. Well, I don't know. I got stuck with social media. I mean, Bobby got his own little thing going on. I got stuck here, and that's about it. And that's how it's about. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So yeah, I've been stuck. I've been keeping this Lucky Fish channel going with the live streams. And people, you can tell people love these live streams. You can tell. Woo! Oh, that's good. Yeah. How you doing? Hello. Hey. That's all you gotta say. Just hey. That's it. Hey. Oh, Nicholas. Well, Nick. Either way, where were you? Nick, where were you 24 years ago on 9/11? Where were you? See, that's the question I have for the people here. Where were you? You know where I was, Nick? Nick, you want to know where I was? I was in a elementary school cafeteria in 3rd grade. Still pretty much like go eat gago, pretty much still. And I was eating. I think I was eating a cardboard pizza. You know, or those rubbery chicken nuggets. You remember those things? Those things like bounce like bouncy balls. You remember those fucking things? And I remember the principal saying last week, he's like, "Oh, there was a terrorist attack." I actually didn't even know. I'm like, "Well, terrorist? What's terrorist even mean?" I didn't even know. As I went home. I hope I didn't shit my pants on my way home, because that did happen a few times. But as I went home, and then then I looked at the news, and then I saw what was going on. I'm like, oh, it looks bad. Oh, you're at your friend's house. I know. It's wild. It was wild, isn't it? Yeah. And then, even yesterday, I don't gonna lie, that stuff yesterday. I don't like talking about politics, but that stuff yesterday was wild too, wasn't it? Yeah. I saw some other crazy footage of it today. I'm like, holy hell, it was brutal. And I gotta say, I'm not here to talk about politics. This channel's not about talking about politics. I don't want to talk about politics. That's what Ryan's not here to talk about politics. But I will say one thing. Yeah, he did have a family at home that loved him like crazy. Alrighty, so how's everyone doing? Bad Karma. I think you're Josh. Isn't your name Josh? What's going on? Oh, that's it. Well, yeah, this channel. You know what this channel's about? This channel's about the Ronnie telling the people in the world that Coors Light is the best beer you're ever gonna find. That's what this channel's about. This channel's about to try to tell people that Coors Light is the best beer, and the word hate is a horrible thing, and the world needs more love, and that's true. The world needs more Coors Light and needs more love instead of hate. Hate's a horrible thing. Yeah, I'm not here to talk about politics either. I will tell you that. But I will say that, though. He did have a family at home that loved him like crazy. But yeah. Beer and burgers. And chicken wings. And chicken wings, too. I do love chicken wings. You know, today's the last day for the chicken wings deal. You get them, I'm about to get some chicken wings and stock them up for the weekend. For football or something. Coors Light burgers. I mean, this channel's about telling people how Coors Light is the best beer you're ever gonna find. It really is. It really is the best beer. And boobies and Hooters. I'm telling you right now. That's good. What makes Hooters a restaurant such a good place to go to? Is it because they have a good grilled cheese? I never actually. You know what's crazy? I actually never been to Hooters. You know another crazy thing is, ever seen that episode of Practical Jokers when Q? He's at the Hooters. He's pretending like he's the manager. You ever see that? And when he has that one kid at the Hooters, and Q actually got mad, he had to take his shirt off. Oh, Ty, you ever see that episode? You ever see that fucking episode? Oh, Ty, chill. I thought it was pretty crazy. I remember watching that episode. Remember Practical Jokers? That's when people didn't really know who they were. Now everyone knows who they are. You know? Oh, Cowboys. Are you a Packers fan? Bob it all. What do you think? He said Cowboys suck. What do you think, Bob it all? What do you think? Cowboys gonna kick ass. Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, Bob. Did you hear about it? He said Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. Oh, you know what else? Red Hornet. You know what else? What? Wait, hold on. Did I just get a brain fart? Yeah, it is. Does anyone know what a brain fart is? Well, hold on. The Cowboys are going against the Giants. Are you a New York Giants fan? Well, Cowboys are kicking New York Giants' ass. Kind of like a live Russell Wilson last weekend. He looked terrible. He looked horrible. So I mean, Russell Wilson, he couldn't do anything. That was horrible. I mean, you think he at least one pass touchdown? It's Russell Wilson. You can't be fucking Russell Wilson. I mean, he's like a veteran in the NFL. He can't even get one pass touchdown against the Washington Redskins. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah. They cost you money. Oh, you know what's crazy, Red Hornet? I'm actually gonna put a 3-leg parlay this Sunday. Like every time the New Orleans Saints play, I don't know if I'm gonna be here in time to put it on here on the description, but I'm gonna try to. But I'm gonna put don't bet more than 5 buckaroos. You know, because most of the time I always lose on these sports books. I even have a sports book for tonight. You want to know what it is? I got a 3-leg for tonight. But don't bet more than like a few buckaroos on it. If you're gonna, is anyone do sports book here? Chill. Cowboys, you know what's crazy? Cowboys need Cowboys need CeeDee Lamb to put super glue on his gloves. That's what the Cowboys need. Cowboys need CeeDee Lamb to put super glue on his gloves. So I heard Jerry Jones call CeeDee Lamb after the foosball game. He said, CeeDee Lamb, can you put some super glue on your gloves so you catch a damn ball? I heard about that. I'm not gonna lie, Prescott didn't seem like he was doing. I'm not gonna lie though, Prescott always kicks ass. He has a good record going against the Giants. He racked up those points against the Giants. We'll see what happens. We'll see if statistics stay. But sometimes what's it called? Statistics. That's what it is. Fuck. I was in speech class. Yeah, sometimes that sucks too. But you never know. You never know. I actually do think the Cowboys are going to rack up the points this weekend though. Oh, that's good. Oh, cheer. Oh, yeah, I know. And tonight's the whole Washington Redskins versus the Green Bay Packers with the whole Micah Parsons situation. But either way, you want to hear my 3? I'll tell you my 3-leg. You know, who's the sports book here? And I'll let you know now. Don't even do more than even $5. You know what I mean? Just to let you know. Why me tell you? Why me tell you who it is? Actually, you know what's crazy? I actually hate the Packers. Yeah, I think that's a horrible thing. Oh, actually, hate. I don't even like any. Even though hate is a strong word, but I don't like any other team. I'll say it like that. I don't like any other team in the NFL besides the Cowboys. Cowboys best team. Oh, the Cowboys gonna go to the Super Bowl. You know, doesn't look like they're gonna because they couldn't even beat the Super Bowl team last weekend. Get away. Last Thursday was it last Thursday night? CeeDee Lamb ruined the game. All right, well either way, do you want to hear my 3-leg? You want to hear my Chinese food 3-leg that I have for tonight? Everyone's like, oh, you wrote down with your pen. I know. Hey, you want to hear it? I'll tell. I don't really give a shit. And the sports book, it's gambling, so don't do more. I put down I actually did $3 on this sports book line, and it says if I win, I win $20. I'm gonna be rich. It said I won $20. Oh, that's good. I'll tell you. Want me to tell you? All right. Glenn, what's going on, Glenn? Cheer. What's happening? Cheer. Oh, I'll tell you though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, 24 years ago on 9/11, I was in a school lunch cafeteria eating cardboard pizza. The principal talk about terrorist attack, and I didn't even know what the hell. I didn't even know. I'm like, terrorists. It was pretty wild though. But either way, time flies, doesn't it? Everyone's like, can you tell me the 3-leg? You want to hear my 3-leg? I can barely even win on a 4-leg, so I gotta say, I'll stick to the 3-leg. You gotta get 3 checks, you know. But don't bet more than $5, ladies and gentlemen. Don't blame me if you lose, because you can still lose. I'll tell you. I picked Jaden Daniels 40+ rushing yards. All right, I'm telling you right now, Jade, if you do that sportsbook stuff, I picked Jaden Daniels, 40 plus rushing. Tucker Kraft Diener from the Green Bay Packers, the tight end, 30 plus receiving, because I think he's going to show up tonight. And then I got Scary Terry McLaurin, 60 plus receiving yards. That's all I did. That's all I'm going to do for tonight. Think he's going to win? I'm the only one way to find out. I'll have to find out later. Oh, that's good. 40 plus. Jaden Daniels, 40 plus rushing. I put that down. I actually did that. Yeah. We'll see what happens. But you're a Green Bay Packers fan, so you're going against it. You know? But when it comes to sportsbook, you never know. I don't know. I heard a lot of things about the whole. I heard that Jaden Daniels got a lot of rushing yards in out of his past 7 games. He got a lot of 40 plus rushings. And I heard he's gonna have a lot of trouble with the whole. I keep forgetting, but either way, that's what I'm doing. That's why I gambled it. I put Red Hornet. I put down $3, $3 I mean, you think I can win? Think I can hit? You never know. Only one way to find out. I'll find out later. I'll be here later too, doing the whole Thursday night football. I'll be here later too. Oh, that's good. I put down $3. I won $20. Gonna be rich. But don't do more than $5 on this 3-leg parlay. Because if it loses, don't blame me for your loss. So, and I should put that in the description. Yeah. I'm only doing $3 on it. I did $3 on it. I can win $20. Well, actually, 21.90. $21.90. Think it's gonna work. Think it's gonna hit. You never know. Oh, you're a Bills fan. Oh, you're a Josh Allen fan? That was a pretty crazy game. Actually, you know what's crazy? I heard tonight's game. I think everyone's going to be dressed in all white. Because it's called #Winter's Coming. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Did I see fake news? Maybe I saw fake news. I don't really know, but I could have sworn I saw something about it. I think, is everyone in the crowd tonight going to be dressed in all white? I don't know. I think I saw something about that. I don't even know. I'll find out later. But either way, that's my 3-leg. That's all I'm doing for tonight. All I bet was just $3 on the game. I bet $3 I could win $21.90. We'll find out later. I'll be here later. I'll be trying to check them off later on. And you never know with Jaden Daniels. You never know. Maybe. I mean, it's possible he can get 40 plus rushing. You never know. Oh, and I'm not gonna lie, Scary Terry. He had a lot of crazy good games last year too. So, see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's gambling. You know what I mean? Being a Bills fan. Oh, thanks for Parsons. Oh, Glenn, there's a lot of Green Bay Packers fans here. Yeah, Glenn, you're a Green Bay fan. I think every person here has always been a Green Bay Packers fan. But you're Red Hornet, you're a Bills fan. Chill. Being a Bills fan, you should know why I hate the Cowboys. What is that? What happened? No, I was in sped class and speech class. What happened? I'll tell you why you hate the Cowboys. I feel like every football team in the whole entire league hates the Cowboys. Oh, look at me. When I think about it, look at me. Even though the Cowboys aren't playing today, so I don't even. But either way, I've been watching this whole documentary. It's pretty wild, not gonna lie. But this documentary lasts about 4 hours. Pretty crazy. I guess you weren't alive for those 2 Super Bowls. No. Probably not. Cheers. But I was around for 9/11, and I was in 3rd grade. Yeah. I don't know if I pooped my pants on my way home. I don't really know. That happened before. You get away. You know what that happened? You know what? You want to know the fucking story? You want to know the story? One time I pooped my pants. The teacher, because there was a kid in the bathroom in my class. It was the end of the day. I had to go. I couldn't hold it. And then I'm like, hey, teacher, can I go across the hallway, go to the other classroom, go take a dump? And she wouldn't let me. She told me I couldn't. You know what happened from there. And it was already the end of the day. I guess she's gotta be. I'm not gonna lie, she's being an arse. And then poop my pants on the way home. Oh, so, you know what else I did when I ended up pooping my pants and on my way home. I ended up going home. I sit right on the couch. I think I turned on Doug Funny or Hey Arnold. Oh, so it was like, oh, that's a good time. That's a true story though. Good time. Oh, yeah. Because I think Bobby at the time, Bobby was like, Ronnie, didn't you poop your pants? He's like, why are you watching Doug Funny right now? Didn't you shit your pants? Oh shit, yeah, I think I did. Oh, no one wants to hear that story. Oh man. Oh, well, cheers, everyone. Cheers. 24 years later, 9/11. Pretty wild. You know, it's I can actually get sucked into it. If I stop talking here, I'll be zoned in on the screen. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Cheers. Thanks for the $5, man. Cheers. Oh, this is my fourth beer. Fourth beer, and listen there. Oh, that's it. Cheers. Cool like that beer. Yeah, this channel is about Corla. I'm not here to talk about politics. No, I'm really not. I'm not here to talk about politics or religion or any of that stuff. This channel's all about just having a good time. Trying to have a good time, you know? Rock and roll. Listening to tunes. Even though YouTube hates when I listen to tunes. What the hell is that? But yeah. Is everyone here? Everyone left. Oh, everyone left. No, I think you stopped by. At least you say so. At least people said something. You know? They just stopped by. Oh, that's... What's up?